Welcome to Gaia's Love, a podcast of brief messages to help humanity bridge the gap to the new earth. My name is Vivienne Gerard. It is my delight to be a scribe for consciousness today, sharing the wisdom that flows through from Source. Here we go. Episode 17. Today is the new moon in Cancer, and the energy is all about being home, knowing what home is for each of us, and claiming the experience of being home. So if you are listening to this, you are a human, a soul in a human body who chose to have the home, the physical home here on our planet of Earth. And we are all sharing this home. So when I was tuning into what message would Gaia Earth want to share on this new moon, the wide open sky full of possibilities of all that can be created here on this beautiful planet, what message would want to come through? I clearly heard in the beginning, in the beginning. And in the beginning is the title of the first chapter in a book that I wrote last year called One Day, My Soul Journey Here in the Gaia Tribe. The tribe of humans who live on this planet known as Earth or Gaia. So I am going to share a reading from the book One Day, and it's the first two chapters. The first one is called The Beginning, and the second one is called Integration. And the message is one of hope and empowerment and inspiration and activation for all of us who are living, walking, breathing, playing here on this planet we call home. All right, here we go. The Beginning, Chapter 1. In the beginning, there was nothing. Nothing existed until a spark of creativity, of magic happened. And light came into the void, the darkness. The light came with sound, and the sound was Ong. 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 It meant I am. I am. I exist. I am here. I am breath. I am sound. I am. And with that first spark, that first breath, that first creative energy, more could form. More. More could form. And it did through expansion. More formed through expansion, expansion of sound, expansion of breath, and expansion of light. And so in the darkness, one light became more light. That first expansion went from 1 to 7, the original, and then the 6 elders who came to stand beside the first original breath. 7 became the magical number. 1 plus 6 created 7, and all were equal. All came from the original, so how could they be anything but equal? They were one. How could they be anything separate? And the 7 were sound and light, and they expanded. They expanded sound and light. They added on the other sounds. Na-mo. It meant I bow. Ong Namo. I bow to the divine teacher within. Each of the 6 had a unique sound, and from that unique sound the tribe would form. And when the tribe heard that sound, they would know they were home. So I can only speak of my tribe, and our sound is Ong Namo. Ong for the original, very first breath. Namo for the brave one, who came after the Ong, and started her own tribe. The others will need to speak for themselves. I speak only for mine. Chapter 2, Integration. The delight, the joy, the pleasure of a soul is to continue expanding into more, to always be becoming more, allowing creativity to flow through to create new, to create things that have never existed before. That is the delight of soul work. When we choose as souls to have human incarnations, it is because the dance of physical and spiritual energetic together creates in ways that expand outside of just the spiritual. Every human incarnation we have as a soul allows us to be new, be more, and be expanded. We have been playing this dance of humanity, of physical and spiritual combining, for many, many years and lifetimes. Now we arrive here at the edge of the physical limitations of our planet Earth, and it is time for us to expand our consciousness, to wake up to our consciousness so that we can allow for a shift to happen on our planet, to heal, to realign the energy and the heartbeat. The pace of our planet is too fast, too intense. The expansion is too rapid for what our physical planet can maintain. And so there is a change that we are undergoing, starting in this year of 2017 and onward. And we are co-creating it together. There is no one person who is going to have an answer or a solution that fixes everything. There are just many souls, many guides here on this planet and around our planet energetically, who are co-creating what happens next. Whether we are aware of it or not, choose it or not, like it or not, actively participate or not, consciousness is expanding and is going to continue expanding. Humanity is going to reach a point where the physical cannot continue functioning on this planet in the way that we have been used to. And the spiritual and the physical are going to realign in a way that we are all co-creating, whether we are aware of it or not. One of my soul gifts that I bring to our planet during this time of change is a steady alignment and connection to the heartbeat of our Earth, to help it align with the heartbeat of the universe as we slow down. Another of my soul gifts is to match the rhythms and tune into the ways that we can partner with our planet, co-create with our planet, to slow down the pace of humanity. Everyone is going to have their own gifts that they bring, and their own way of sharing those gifts. My focus is simply on what I know and what I can bring and share. Understanding consciousness and understanding how these dimensional shifts I'm going to describe can tune us into universal energy, universal love, and harmony. That gift, when it's shared, can help millions, billions of people, not because I have the answer or I do all the work, but because I share this information and then allow everyone who receives it to co-create along with me their solution, take their inspired action, and share their gifts. I cannot shift all of humanity through the levels of consciousness, but I can talk about it and create a bridge so that each individual, if they choose, can find their own way into that expanded pathway of consciousness. So, why care? Why get engaged? Why take action? That is the individual choice of each soul human. You can read this book, hear this information, or watch a recommended video link and not resonate with any of it and just put it aside. That's every individual's choice. But this planet is going to hit the physical limitations of time and space and the density of matter, whether you agree or align with it or not. And so the empowered place to be is to explore whatever comes up as you receive this information. Do your own investigation, your own tuning into the quiet voice inside of you. Listen and explore it all. Sit and contemplate whatever ideas come up inside of you as you hear other people's ideas. Then, when you have clarity, Take inspired action on your own clarity. Sitting and watching from the sidelines keeps you passively waiting, assuming all is going to just continue to unfold in time and turn out okay. If nothing else, our Earth is proving to us that we can't continue to do that. Our weather patterns are already disrupted. Our water supplies are already getting contaminated. The temperature is already rising. Our planet is going to shake us awake, whether we like it or not. It is always a choice for each individual if you want to open your eyes, ears, heart, and soul and step into this life dance of physical and spiritual more actively. But time is going to move us along, regardless of your engagement. So my hope is that the information in this book inspires you first and most importantly to be still, to tune into your own knowing, to explore other resources, to follow the trail wherever this inquiry takes you, and then share what you find. Make a YouTube video, write a blog post, write a book, make a movie, create art, share. Share what comes to you. Let us all learn from each other, all co-create together. From what I understand and can see of our individual evolutions through these dimensions of consciousness, the faster that this collaborative process happens, then the more direct our humanity's access is to universal knowledge, to universal truths, to solutions beyond what our limited and physical minds can see in this moment. If lots of people are all evolving rapidly together, and if we are all getting quiet and tapping into that collective consciousness wealth of information, then we can all start bringing our nuggets, our pieces of wisdom together, and the solutions will seamlessly flow. Groups will naturally gather to create and mold solutions. Communities of individuals who are all tapped in and listening will form, tuning into their knowledge and then creating something that has not been addressed in that way before. And climate change suddenly becomes something we can solve. Poverty becomes something that is eradicated. Hunger goes away. Because we are all co-creating from a place of empowerment, from a place of tapping into universal knowledge and collective consciousness. The pathway to healing our planet feels like this exploration of dimensions of consciousness first at an individual level. As you move through the dimensions of consciousness, compare with what I have written and add your notes, create new notes, write new chapters for yourself. Share how your experience of it is different than my experience of it. Your experience might resonate with a million other people who have a similar experience that perhaps doesn't quite match what I experienced. All of these voices being shared with respect, with truth, and with clarity can resonate on larger and wider scales. And we have a global healing movement, a momentum for collaborative co-creation and change. And our planet becomes paradise, becomes this beautiful blend of spiritual and physical, of which we have only dreamed. And it happens rapidly within this generation. It is with so much love in my heart that I offer you this pathway into your own journey. Thank you for tuning in to today's vibration. Let's take this message of pure love out into all of our communities and continue expanding love here on Gaia. So much love from my heart to yours.